Day 491, 22 for 22. Good morning. Hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight. Don't quit. It's a beautiful, clear Florida morning. It's 36 degrees, a little bit chilly, but it is what it is. It's not negative, and I don't have snow on the ground, and it's still green. It's good. See, always looking for the positives. So lately I've been doing a Plan Your Ascension, Not Your Demise series here. That's pretty much what I've been doing, but I put a name to it. And I'm trying to put a name to every video now. I guess the soundtrack of my life, I guess. This whole series has been designed to hopefully give people a little bit of a push in the right direction. You know, when I went in the Army, I left a bad situation. Not going to go into details, but I left a bad situation with my home life. It was, let's put it this way, much less than ideal. It's, looking back on it, if I dwell upon it, I'm going to be upset about it. But I've moved on. I've moved past. And some of that shit was horrific, I'll be honest with you. The bottom line is I have pushed past. Do I think about it? Yeah. Do I talk about it with certain people? Yes, I do. But I don't let it drive me. My grandfather, who's now passed, he was in World War II. Actually, after I graduated boot camp, well, Ossoot, he did something nice for me. He got me my first car. He got me a used car, and it was an awesome car. But the thing is before he handed me the keys, he said to me that, he goes, I know what you've been through, and by all rights, by all things, by everything that I have seen of what's happened, you have every right to be a drug addict, an alcoholic already at age 18. He goes, but that's not what you did. He said, you are a survivor. He goes, you have the intestinal fortitude, so you know he was Army. You had the intestinal fortitude to stick this out and make it through and come out the other side all right. He goes, this is your chapter to write. And that's kind of where I get what I talk to you guys about. And he said, but seriously, you had every right to be an alcoholic or a drug addict, and you didn't fall into it. He goes, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing for yourself and your country, and here's my gift to you. And I'm very much appreciated it. He was not a very emotional man, and he unless you went to him, you really didn't get a hug. Now, he hugged me then, and that was he initiated, because I was sitting there kind of stunned a little bit that he gave me a car. I was like, whoa. And he gave me a hug, and he said, I love you. And he made it, I wouldn't say he made everything all right with the item, but the fact that he noticed, and I love my grandfather, but he was not the most emotional dude you ever seen. I think it had to do with what he did in World War II. But he was a great man. He was a great man, and you know, he had some, what at the time, at 18 years old, were some profound words. Now, does that mean that everything got fixed then? No, I was still that piece of clay being molded by the Army, molded by me, by my own experiences outside of the home. Now, I took the Army values that they put in me in basic training, and continued to mold as I went through my duty stations. Those values still shape me. And the point I'm getting at, because I've talked about a lot of I today, is you guys, depending on what has happened to you, regardless, still have the same values that were instilled upon me. You know, the loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. When you get out of the military, you can probably think about, and there's somebody out here, I don't know, went back in. They shape you, and they can still shape you once you get out, because a lot of times when you get out, you're like, I don't need that Army stuff anymore, blah blah blah, and you just let stuff or you forget. You don't forget, but they I guess they go in the do not apply folder. But they do. They are guiding principles that can get you through a lot in life. I talk a lot of Army stuff when I'm on here, not just because I want to relate to you, but they work. The military is not as dumb as you think we are. A lot of stuff applies. The operations order. You can almost plan a business off of the operations order. You can do a lot of stuff with just the stuff that they teach it. 9-line, you can use a 9-line out here if you come across an accident. Everything that you do in the Army can be tied in out here. Minus the going out there and putting rounds in people, unless you're a cop. But the bottom line is, fall back to that Army training. Even if you freaking hate the Army because of what it made you do, you can still fall back on what it taught you, and keep those Army values or Navy values, Marine values, because they're all basically the same, and use them to get to start moving forward, to get out of that situation you're in and get rolling. There's Mary still in pajamas. Pajama day today? Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah. And the pajamas for school. Say hi.
Hi.
Miss America right there. All right, but it's life can lay you low. You're gonna have to fall back on your training, and I'm not saying grab the rifle and go hunting. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is fall back on the Army values, the Marine values, the Navy values, and use them for what they were intended, which was to keep your moral compass in the right direction. This one is probably not my favorite message that I've done, but I think it's a necessary one, because the Army does train us, the military does train us to go do our job so very well when it comes to going overseas and doing what we need to do, but they don't do a good job on the way out. And that's where we have to, as a community, brothers and sisters, backing up brothers and sisters, have to come up with a plan to get people right. You'll see people that go into fall off the wagon, drop into drugs and alcohol, and some of that is already happening while you're in. And then you see the others that get out and they're go-getters, and they end up with a successful civilian life. I'm in the middle. I've had a slow rise to where I'm at now, and like I said, with the job I'm in, I'm not going to make $1 million. With the job that I'm in, I'm not going to be part of the 1%. I'm part of the 3%, and that's good enough for me. But what I'm saying is, just we have to pick everybody up that is behind us and try to move them forward and get them equal with us, and then hopefully they can get ahead of you. I'm not here to do anything other than try to provide a good message and get people to take a step off of that, take a step back from the cliff, do an about face, and walk into your life. It is important that you do that, especially you have kids. There's birthday boy. Happy birthday, Aiden. Don't break Aunt Becky's, man. All right, but the bottom line is, stick with it. Get in your life and live it, and follow back on the training that you got. Use those Army values. There's plenty in there to dig out and use. All right, and like I said, this is not my favorite message, but I think it's one that needed to be said. Yeah, there's a James. All right, who's doing push-ups?
Me.
Well, we'll put the necklace on in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Oops, that's crooked.
Crooked.
Crooked. All right. So you doing push-ups?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
All right. Make sure your arms are spread out wide enough. Don't go in here. Go
Like
out.
this?
Yep. You want to be able to. Can you see what I'm doing with my arms? Yeah. All right. Ready? And then you go up as one unit. Your shoulders, raise your shoulders, your back, and you keep your butt in line with your shoulders. Okay?
You said a potty
Push
word,
over that way.
Daddy.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. You said butt.
That's not a potty word.
Yes, it
All right, ready? Begin. 3. Good job. 4. Good job.
Good job. Good job, baby.
10. What?
You hurt.
13. 14.
It's making
15.
it eat.
16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 1 for the airborne ranger in the sky. 1 for the infantry. 1 for the fallen. Good job, gentlemen. Whoa. What? Yeah, what'd you guys do there? What are you doing, James?
Jacking it.
All right, come on. You gotta finish it. Ugh. Come on, dude.
Are you gonna crank it?
5-year-olds, boy, I tell you.
Ow, you fall.
Stay out of the road. Be careful. Don't fall. Don't crash in turn 2. All right, so, hey, pretty good push-ups, dude. All right, so, have the YouTube channel, that_push-up_guy tough. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, leave a comment. Facebook, 17 groups, plus my own page. My page, if you can't share from the other groups because of security settings, is a picture of my ugly mug, picture of my beautiful bride with a Christmas motif. Share from there. If you believe in the message, please share it. Also Twitter and Instagram, not so much them. They don't like long videos. Holy crap, 12 minutes. Crap. Well, anyway, stay in your fight. Don't quit. If you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. Bottom line is do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. You're going to say goodbye, James?
He got his jacket wet.
Good job, James.
Ah!
Ready? Mary, where are you? Other side, James. Come on, dude. 1, 2, 3. Tufts and grub, go.